Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at XRP. First off, I'd like to say thank you for watching the video. If you enjoy the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're almost at 100 subs and we'd really appreciate it if you guys can push us over the line. Leave us any feedback you may have in the comment section below. But for now, let's get into the video. So we did another video on XRP a while back now. We went over the macro stuff, and I'm going to just briefly touch onto it quickly. If you want a more detailed thing of it, basically if you go back and search the videos, you'll be able to find it. But we're looking at this in two ways. So if I just delete this for the time being, let's get this off the screen. This is the one option that I'm looking at where we've got actually a WXYXZ information here. There's another way of looking at this as a WXY, but I prefer this method. And until we start to see otherwise, this is the one that I'm currently tracking. And basically within this move, we would be looking to form this X wave high, and at a 1-to-1 of the previous X wave, this could be as high as the 76.32, though it doesn't necessarily have to get this high, so we're just keeping an eye on it. The alternative is that basically, if I zoom out slightly here, if we switch this over now to the 5-wave move and turn off this, what we could see here is that actually what we have instead is just a bigger ABC to the downside. And what this would be looking at is this is an A up into this high as a B, and then looking to complete in a 5-wave move. So if this plays out as indicated, what we then be looking for is movements to the upside after completion. Though we need to just bear in mind that this could always turn into a bigger impulse, and basically what we would be wanting to avoid is, if I drop this down onto this low point here, bring this up to this high point, basically a move down past this 15 cent 95 would cause this to be a bigger 5-wave move to the downside, and all of this effectively that we had here would have been within the 3rd wave. So we just need to bear that in mind. So that's a brief overview of the macro. Like I said, there's another video, so if you feel like you want to know more about that, please search the other video and we go over it in a bit more detail. So if I switch back onto this WXY one, let's go down into the smaller time frames here, and let's scope out what we can see. So basically, within this option, what we're looking at here is the possibility that we have this as a leading diagonal as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 into this high point. And from this point, we're looking at a B, C to the downside in a B wave retracement. So this can evolve in two ways, and basically this move, though it's counted as a 5-wave move, can also just be an A wave. So what we could be looking for potentially is that this is all an A wave into this high point. We're looking for this B wave, and then we're going to look to form a C wave to the upside. So I'm just doing this off the 1-to-1 because that's basically that's a typical area for these C waves to go in relation to the A wave. So, but there are some other options which we're going to go over. So if we just drop this onto the bottom here, get this on the top. I'll have to readjust this again. Hold on, there we go. Right up there, and if we drop this onto this 1-to-1, we can see here that this 1-to-1 of A brings us up here towards this 47.59 based off of landing in this 0.3585 area, and that could just be a bigger ABC to the upside. If this is the case, then there could be potential that instead of forming a C wave, maybe we're actually going to do this in 3 waves, and we're going to actually form this will all become an A wave. We may have a retracement down for a B wave, and then we look to push up and potentially target out the top of this trend line. The alternative is that if this is going to develop into an impulse, what we could have here is that this is all a wave 1 up into this high point. This comes down as a wave 2. We look for that wave 2, and then basically we would be looking for this wave 3. So this wave 3, I've done this off the 618 because it's just a typical area, though like I said, currently we are looking at progressing probably only towards this 50% line, so I'm going to do it off this 1-to-1 again, and what we'd be looking at is a move. So if we're going to get a bigger 5-wave move to the upside, only by moving past this 5 would this be confirmed, but would it probably be confirmed by structure before then? If that's the case, then we could be looking for a bounce in a fourth wave and then a move up into this box shown here at the 6184 to 0.5774 area. This could then complete the C wave, and then we would be looking for continuation to the downside in the Z wave if it does play out. Though, like I said, confirmation would only come by crossing this 54.99 area, and invalidation would be by crossing below this 31.60 area. So that is the potential of this as a leading diagonal. There is other potentials as well within this move because there's always numerous things that we got to keep track of. This is how this is the other option, and basically within this move, if I just come over to the side here, you can see here that we have a series of 1 2 1 2 1 2s. So this becomes less likely, and it's not. I don't have great confidence in this one playing out like this, but we'll have to see. For as long as we hold this low here of this 34.57, it is possible, so I'm keeping an eye on it. Though the difference with this move is we would have to look at this completing, this wave 1 completing here. And what we'd be looking for then, rather than a ABC to the downside, we'd be looking for WX and a Y wave to the downside. So if this is the case, what we would be looking at here is we would be within this Y wave, and effectively within this Y wave, we'd be looking for this A, B, and C, which the target area for that would be this 35.90 area. Though we can look within this option, we've already technically reached the 0.618 retracement of this teal wave here. So it is possible that we could start to turn around from this point and that maybe we don't get as low as this. Though looking at the internal structures, there is basically the way I'd be looking at it is this is a 1, 2, down into this low for 3, would be forming a fourth wave and looking for that fifth wave drop. We can see here, if I drop this onto here, basically we've reached this 0.382 area, and currently we can see the 1 hour is overbought. That the 4 hour and the 8 hour, however, they are low. Well, the 8 hour is just entering oversold, and the 4 hour is already oversold. So there is potential that we could see one last little drop here to bring us down into this zone to reset this hourly stochastic, and then we could be looking for some upside to come in. Basically, with this move, we need to be careful because for as long as we don't break above this area here of 39.62, and as long as we don't break above this line here, we could always get an extension. And what I mean by that is that potentially we could see this 5-wave move play out, and then we could look to move back up to this 50% zone at 0.3819, and this, or between that 50% and this 78.6%, which is that 0.399 area. And what we could have if we fail to break above there is a move down like this as an A, a move back up as a B, and then looking to continue as a C. Alternatively, a more sinister option with this was that this could be turning into a 1, a 2, and then we'd look to push down deeper with a third wave and a fourth wave and a fifth wave. So we would just need to bear in mind that all these bullish counts, they rely on us holding these lows at 35.57, 32.10, and 31.60. But basically, this teal wave relies on holding this 34.57, and it would also rely on breaking back above these high points. And we'd want to see this move in a very impulsive way if this is actually what's playing out. If it continues to move to the downside here, crossing this 34.57 would invalidate this option, but I would still look at the potential for the ending diagonal. For the leading diagonal being an A wave and then looking to progress to the upside. So that's basically the bullish counts. If we do retrace to this 35.90 area like we've got shown here, or potentially as high, maybe we don't get all the way down there, we only get to this 36.91 and 36 to 36.64. what we could be looking at is a bigger move to the upside, though confirmation of that would only be coming by crossing this 04905 area, in which case we'd look for retracement to around this 0.4350 area, and then looking to progress up here into this box, to this 53 cent to 50 cent, roughly 50 cent 67. So that's what we'd be looking at for bullish potentials here. We need to bear in mind, though, however, that there is also potential for some downwards price action here. And what I was looking for initially was that we were in a fourth wave here, and then we're looking for wave 5 to develop, but the structure here isn't great. It's very overlapping so far, so you could potentially argue you have a diagonal in here, with this being a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 into this low, though it is a bit stretched. But if we fail to break back above, so basically if we fail to break back above this 41.94 area, we need to allow for the fact that there might be something else developing here, which isn't making sense at the moment, but over time it will. And what that would be is basically we'd be looking for something to either we have a 1, 2 in here, and then we're forming 1, 2, and then we're going to start getting a third wave down, or we are going to form some kind of a diagonal here, retrace to the upside, fail to break above this 41.94 area, so like this, and then basically move to the downside from there. So that's what we got to be careful with. Like I said, the structure is not great here. It is also possible that maybe we are still within this fourth wave, and we might play out as a bigger move to the upside like this. Though crossing above this level here of 43.95 would invalidate the fifth wave coming down, although we need to bear in mind that until we cross this high point that we talked about here at 51 cents, there can always be an extension. And what I mean by extension is that potentially within this move here, this could actually then become a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the downside, and that would look to push much deeper. Like I said, the stochastics on the 1 hourly, on the 4 hourly, the 8 hourly, and the daily are looking quite good though. So I am sort of leaning slightly towards more seeing some upside potential here, though it's not been unheard of for these to be in a oversold position and for us to carry on going down. So we just need to bear that in mind. They might correct up slowly with low volume and then continue to dump. But basically, if this is to play out, we'd be looking for a move down and towards this 0.2973 area to 0.2692 area. That's just based off of a typical fifth wave travel area, though, like I said, it all depends on how these waves form, because this is the most important thing. For the time being, it's just looking corrective, though we need to bear in mind that we could just it could just be too early and maybe we're not seeing something here. So failing to break back above this 41.94 area, we'd have to continue keeping out looking for this downside potential into this fifth wave here. Well, I hope everyone found that video useful, and if you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like I said, almost at 100 scubs. Okay, so that's us pretty much done for the video, and I just wanted to say one last thing. Thank you for all your support. If you'd like to support us even more and you haven't, smash that like button, hit that subscribe. Okay, that's about everything that we wanted to cover in this video. We'll keep you updated in future videos, but for now, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. If you haven't already, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, almost 100 subs, really excited. Please, guys, if you haven't subscribed, it would mean the world if you just hit that button. It takes 5 seconds, but it makes a big difference to us. Thank you everyone for your support, and we will see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.